All right, I'm gonna teach you something a little bit about defensive positioning, all right? So this is not a one size fits all. This is not about absolute accuracy. It's more along the lines of denying the enemy freedom of movement. And if you see like what's going on in Ukraine and Israel, there's a lot of defensive positions inside of structures, fighting across roadways, bridges, whatever the case may be. It would probably be the same way in America, because we're not going to be fighting in the open, and we're not going to be doing a whole bunch of cool guys CQB. It'll be a lot of static positions. All right, so you're in a building, you and your team, or you and like a couple others, right? There's a natural, like, let's say a keyhole, or you knock out a keyhole with your hatchet, right? So you got the circle down here. A lot of people used to make the mistakes, you know, putting barrels through it and then hide overboard with your guns and everything like that, or they push it up on a window sill. What happens when you're like that? You're exposed, so you can die. Well, you can back off, you know, however many inches, feet, whatever you want to say, but at the same time, you got your keyhole. You got some paper. Well, you don't put paper on it because you can draw on the wall, because nobody cares when you're in like a war zone, draw on the actual wall. All right, so you're going to set up TRPs, target reference points. So while I'm setting up my position over here, I can look through my keyhole and see what's around me, right? So if I look through the keyhole, I'm just making up stuff. Oh shoot, on this side right over here, I got what appears to be a doorway, right? There's a doorway. And then coming off the doorway, maybe there's like, this is the road crossing, and then there's like, maybe like an edge to the building, goes up out of the way, right? And then off of that, I could have maybe like a telephone pole, or like some trash, or I don't know, some type of something here, right? And then also over here, I could have like a telephone pole, and then you continue the road on down through. This is real quick though. This is not how I would set it up. Coming off this side, it'll come over, continuing on out through the building, but also there might be like a window unit or something like that, right? So what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to go ahead and label some TRPs. TRP1, TRP2, this could be 3, this could be 4, this could be 5, right? So keeping in mind, whenever your weapon's on bipod or tripod, you got your little keyhole here. Hide overbore is a thing. So your optic is going to be above the keyhole. But the big thing with this is to deny the enemy freedom of movement, but also it's for suppressive fire, right? So say you're looking through the keyhole, you have guys in different positions. They all know what TRP 1, 2, 3, 4, they can call it out to you. So all you got to do, you're standing back here, and you make sure that everything's set up so when you get the right angle on the keyhole, you're able to fire at these positions without hitting the wall. Also, this is going to reduce like your muzzle blast, all of the debris and everything will stay inside the building, and you'll be backed away undetectable. Well, you'll be detectable, but not, you know, you're not exposed. Anyway, so they call out TRP2, you got enemy movement coming out of TRP2 and they're moving to 3, right? So what you could do is you could go ahead and pick over here, putting your sight on TRP2, and just go ahead and let a burst go over to 3. You be, hey, TRP4, we got movement, same thing, and you're backed up. You're not actually aiming at them, you're aiming at the TRPs that you have drawn on the wall. It's not perfect, but it could be life-saving. Think about it. All right, so here is more of a demonstration. This dot with the circle represents the bore line, or where the bullet will impact. This crosshair above represents what the optic is seeing. So this is where the hide over bore comes into play. But if you notice, this line right here would be your keyhole. So like I was saying, you draw what you see here, right, in this keyhole. So you're gonna go ahead, hey, look, what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing a doorway, right? You're going to mimic it. Same thing up here, drawing your TRPs, drawing the doorway. That way it's copycatting what the bore will actually be seeing. Same thing. So over here, you got like a little window, right? Put your little window up here. TRP1, TRP2. All right, so you just go ahead. You're going to shift your point of aim over to here. The same thing will happen here. Your bullets, bore will go to there. Nothing crazy, but it just might work. Ignore this drawing, it's not to scale, but you get the idea.